so important to have your own spaces. Energetic spaces, places where you can just, let go, and places where you can just rejuvenate your soul. Places where, it's nothing but those moments of awe where you're just clearing your soul and breathing in everything good and pulling in your light. And, having time to yourself and just seeing the beauty of the natural world. I don't think I've been here in over a year, maybe a year and a half or 2 years. And I think I'm going to record a video here that was not totally planned, because you don't need to see my face all the time either, okay? And there's plenty to take in here, and hopefully you can all hear me well, and hopefully this is peaceful. And I guess this is just the way this is coming out today for the time being. But, one of the things I want to talk about moving forward is, energy a little bit, and Reiki and healings, and me stepping into the Reiki healings that I've been doing for about the past almost 9 or 10 months, like in succession. And, these healings, sometimes they kind of turn into a clearing as well, and I'm clearing people's energy. Sometimes, it's an awakening. I'm pulling all this information through, and then I'm explaining it to them and, telling them what came through in the reading and, what their team and their guides want them to know, and what their ancestors and angels want them to know, or, just what maybe their higher self is speaking. And it comes out differently with everybody, right? Because we're all different, we're all unique, and we've all got our own soul, our own story, our own blueprint, that we're chasing in life. Or maybe not chasing, but, implementing, rolling out, and let's just say living. And, we're all here to make mistakes. We're all here to grow. It's all about soul growth. Don't think you're a sinner and that you're going to hell. It's all about just, soul growth. All of our lives that we've lived, past, present, and future, if you choose to believe that. And I think I hear a bunch of geese coming. I don't know. But what I'm getting at is I'm going to try to start rolling out some stories about, the healings that I've been giving and some of the things that have happened and opened up, without revealing people's personal business or, who these people are. But what I want to do is eventually start rolling it out to all of you, my family, my followers, my friends here on Instagram, the people that I know, because I would like to get more practice, and I would like to work with people outside of my immediate circle, outside of my family circle and a few friends here and there. So if you're interested in having a healing down the road, more information will be coming on that, and I will explain how I do it. We all have our own style, and I've been creating my own style in my own niche. And all you really have to do is be a participant and, do some of the work beforehand. And then I will go into the healing or the awakening or the clearing or whatever I think you need first. And it'll go from there. And what happens is when I do these healings, and I have a healing room, I have a healing table, I use different crystals, different musical instruments, things of that nature. I speak light, it all depends on what comes through and what the individual needs. But what happens is, a lot of times, is in this 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or an hour that I'm in it, depending on, the individual and what needs to come out, what needs to come forward, and what needs to take place, I channel usually anywhere from 2 to 4 pages of information for the recipient. And this is all information that's coming from your team, like I said, your guides, your ancestors, spirits. And it's only people who are allowed in, right, that are full of love and light. And that's why I go into the whole ceremony, clearing my energy, clearing the room, setting everything for the highest intention and the highest best, doing everything that I do, to do these healings, or as I call them sometimes, clearings or awakenings. And here's the other beautiful thing. You don't need to be here. You can receive, through time and space, right? Because energy travels, energy moves. And, part of the thing about Reiki as well is telling people, hey, this is what you need to work on, or hey, this is what I'm feeling, or hey, this is what I'm sensing. So it's not all about me, right? Being the healer and doing the work. I'm kind of just the conduit, and, I'm the receiver on what you need to know and, what you possibly need to change and what you need to work on. And it's a skill that I've been developing for probably the last 6 years off and on. But I've really kind of stepped into the practice about 9 or 10 months ago. And I was just certified, about a year and a half ago for Reiki level 1 and 2. And as I stepped into it, this past February, by creating a healing room and table and, setting myself up, that's when all this information started coming through. That's when things were just really rushing through and dumping into my brain. And I was like, wow, I got to write this down. Wow, I got to write this down. And I know I've been, a channel in the past. I'm very intuitive. I connect in nature and through animals and in many other ways. And those are other things I do for the healing when I'm making people bracelets, finding natural elements, or just putting out the energy on hikes and whatnot. So as my stories advance and things move forward, you don't always need to see my face. And I hope you can take in this beautiful scenery right here, because it's pretty ideal, and I don't think this could have worked out any better. So I'm glad I came here today, but I needed to come here. I was told to come here, so you can see how this unfolds. So with that being said, this is definitely going to be under the 10-minute mark, and I'm going to try not to ramble. But moving forward, you're going to hear more about my Reiki healings and clearings and, awakenings and attunements and things that I'm offering to you, my Instagram followers and fam. And as I roll this out, it will be completely for free. And it's because I just want more experience. I want more practice. Yes, down the road, I would definitely love to be building clients or clientele, and that will happen. But to go back in time, I have always worked for some of the biggest and best companies in the world, okay? And they've had some of the best products that if I mentioned them, you would know them. The thing is we always gave the experiences away. We always gave the demos away. We always gave the content away. We gave, so much stuff away. And that's because we knew you would love it, and we knew you would take it, and we knew you were our fan base, and we knew you were going to buy into the product line. And if you didn't, well, then you were probably choosing one of our competitors, and that's fine too, because we had planted a seed, or maybe we'd win you over. But what I'm doing is I have always given things away. And as I've mentioned in the past, I've created over 300 bracelets now in the last 5 or 6 years. And I've only sold about 25 or 30 of them. So even that I've been giving away for years because I want to. It's part of my blessing, part of my healing, part of my message, just part of me feeling good. But with that being said, if you are interested in healings down the road, and you're part of my fam, my follow base, and you've been with me for a while, you're going to be first on the list. All you're going to need to do is reach out to me, and we will get it set up, and then we will go through the protocol. I'm running out of time these days, so I should have done a lot of this in August, but I neglected, or I held back, or things just came up. So I'm slowly starting to put it out there now. If I lose you during the holiday season, that's fine as well. I understand what's happening. But as we go into even more hibernation mode and the winter months here in the Midwest, and then post-holiday season, maybe more of you will be interested or on board, or over time learning about it, you'll want to try it, or you may have a loved one. So think about it, consider it, more information to come. I guess I am coming up on the 10-minute mark now. I hope you've enjoyed the beautiful, beautiful view and you've been able to hear me. Peace, love, and light to all of you. I hope you are all well. Be safe out there as you're traveling and as we're going into holiday season. And I wish you all the best as we step into what is now the age of Aquarius, which I've pretty much been waiting for the last 47 and a half years. So have a great week, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace out. Peace out, yo. Reclaim your light.